Alright, now we're going to play with Gcode. This is the Gcode that's in the EMC2 program. It's stock, so all you do is have to hit go. You can see right there, anytime you load up the program, it comes up with that. And if you go here, you can see the Gcode here at the bottom. Alright, so we're going to produce some of this Gcode in a program called Inkscape. We're going to take an internet design, we're going to turn it into a Gcode, then we're going to run it. Now you can see I've made some adjustments already, like it started to get light in this area, so I had to adjust this real time as it was going. So I promise you that it will go, but I don't know the quality just yet. Until I get this level perfectly, we might see a little bit of a drop off on opacity. But let's play around with the program and see what's what.
Installing Inkscape and Gcode tools. Okay, first off, what we need is a program called Inkscape. Inkscape can be found here, www.google.com, and it's called Inkscape.org, I think. So, yes, Inkscape.org. Go to the download section, and you look for the Windows installer. Then you run that. After which, you're going to look for this. So I'm going to go all the way back to my search. Type in Inkscape plugins in Google. Go to the extension repository and look for one called Gcode tools. Go to the Gcode tools. Page down. Down. Get latest versions. Click that. Save it. Okay, you're going to go to where you saved it. I'm using WinRAR to extract it. So right click, extract to Gcode tools. Extract it to its folder. This is what should be in the folder. So what we're going to do is take this folder and copy it. After you install Inkscape, you're going to go to Computer, C Drive, Program Files 86, because I have a 64-bit operating system. If you don't have a 64-bit, it's going to be Program Files. Okay, then we're going to go to Inkscape, Share, Extensions, and I'm going to paste that folder right into here. If all goes correctly, you should be able to launch Inkscape. And look under extensions to make sure Gcode tools is there. That's part one. Let's move on to part two. Alright, so now we're going to generate some Gcode using Inkscape. Okay, first off I'm going to put Inkscape down here because I'm going to be using it all the time now. So click on it. I'll go File, New, Default, and that should pop up this one. Then go to Document Properties. Choose inches, and I'm going to go 6 by 6. And then I'm going to switch it over to millimeters. I like using millimeters with Gcode. It's just easier to read. So 152 by 152. But it automatically translates it over for you. The reason being, in inches, okay, let's say 3/4 of an inch has to translate to 0.75, right? That's pretty easy. But when you get into like 3/8 and then you have to do the conversion over, that gets a little tricky. So in millimeters, there's no really converting anything. You don't convert millimeters, it's just millimeters. That's what's great about millimeters. And I'm an American, and I'll say that proudly. Millimeters are awesome. Okay? So let's close this out. Now, layers. Let's make a new layer. Okay, this top layer we're going to call bounds. This one we're going to call work. Okay. In bounds, what we're going to do is come over here to the draw Bezier curve. Click, 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 and then right click. All right. Then we're going to go to extensions, Gcodes, and set the orientation points. Set it for 3 mode, move, rotate, mirror. Make sure the depth is -1. Okay, let's close that out. There we go. Now, next, we're going to need some kind of artwork. In this case, I've picked out something, this tribal butterfly. Something simple at first. Not a lot of lines. Okay, copy the image. Then edit, paste it. Okay, so my palette is 10 by 10, but I'm choosing to do a smaller piece for right now. And that's the way you should do it until you get used to your palette. And I'm still not used to my palette, so let's do this. Let's go to Path, Trace Bitmap. And we're going to use Color Quantization, Colors 2, and hit Update. And I think that works. Invert image, hit OK. Good. So now I should be able to go View, Display Mode, and show outlines, and I should have an outline there. I'll also have this red box. I want to get rid of it. Okay, just leaving the outlines. Also, I want the outlines to be on the work layer. So, edit, cut, go over to work, edit, paste. Good. I'm going to lock bounds up. I'm going to put this right about here. I don't want a huge traveling path from the 0 to wherever the G code is representing, so that's why I moved it over there. Click on the butterfly, extensions, G code, and go to path to G code. Okay, so my options here. I'm using millimeters, it's going to convert over, so what's going to happen is I'm going to use, for Z safe height, 2 millimeters. This is 2 millimeters, okay, not 20 millimeters. Alright, this is going to be called output NGC. It's going to be put onto the desktop. In the scale along Z, I'm going to put 0.1, and the minimum arc range 1. Okay, so I'm using a Bic or a pen. This translates to 0.1, which 0.1 is the kind of the thickness of the pen's arc between it touching the paper and not touching the paper. Okay, so this is going to only plunge a little bit into the paper. 0.1 is kind of safe when it comes to inking with a pen. When you look at other things, other medium, like let's say a grinder, this is the how deep it goes number. Okay. Let's go to path to G code. Make sure it's on subpath to subpath. Click on it and hit apply. Some mojo should pop up and it says cutting tool has not been defined. That's fine. I'm just using a pen, so therefore there is no cutting tool. Alright, So what that did is it threw this onto the bounds layer. You can see that by unchecking this eye, everything goes away. Let's go over to the desktop. Hit refresh. This is going to be output 21 NGC. I know I created it at 503, and you can look over in my corner there. It says 503. I'm going to open it with a program. I use JEdit, but you can use Notepad. I just use JEdit because I do programming too. Okay, close this out. Like, I want to destroy everything here. And that should be good. Alright, so use common sense. This is 2 millimeters. So it's taking and raising it 2 millimeters, and then it's going over to a certain location, and then it's going 0.1 into the surface. As long as you're secure with you knowing that it's going 2 millimeters up and negative 0.1 down, you should be good. Just use common sense with this stuff. If this says 5, obviously you don't want to do that because that means it's going to plunge the pen into the board 5 millimeters. And that's not good. And that's the dangerous part about Gcode. You have to kind of proof it first. Alright, save out, and that should be good to go. So let's go look at that here in a second over on the cutter. Well, CNC, soon to be cutter.